Hi, Mark here from the Tangibound Podcast Network and host of the flagship show, the Tangibound Podcast. Did you know that we over at Tangibound are always looking for amazing podcasts to promote? And did you also know that we are also proud nerds and geeks of everything from movies, music, gaming, TV shows, and comic books to wrestling, MMA, soccer, and football? Whatever you can nerd or geek out about, we've got it. And if you're interested, we can help you find it. And if you're a show looking for a place to call home, we've got you covered. Side effects may include upset stomach, dizziness, tumors, shakes, and in some rare cases, death from excessive laughter. Though to be fair, it's only sometimes. Other side effects may include diarrhea, gallstones, heart palpitations, and strong desire for cookies on the dark side. Talk to your doctor and visit TangiboundNetwork.com and see if Tangibound Network is right for you.
This is a Danger Entertainment podcast. DangerEntertainment.net. Danger Entertainment Podcast Network.
Welcome to the podcast from Temperance Town, the sexiest podcast of world renowned. Tony grows a beard to hide his chin, swabs it with Earl so it glistens.
Salty, salty language, kings of the sexy frontier.
Download the pod, you won't get enough of these dapper chaps talking deadly fluff. In Hobo Gulch they run a homeless mission, clanging and banging with the pentagram of kittens.
Salty, salty language, kings of the sexy frontier.
They enjoy their whiskey and local craft beer. By Odin's unkempt pubis we give a cheer. Tony's a raccoon when he's booziest. Don't be a savage, be an enthusiast.
Salty, salty language, kings of the sexy frontier.
On the frozen tundra they call it a lock. Tony likes to masturbate in a sock. Brian pisses rocks cause it feels so great. I still don't know who the fuck is Tate.
Salty, salty language, kings of the sexy frontier.
The boys will let you know when there's a spurner. Due to male pattern baldness, they don't wear curlers. Stay salty, people, that's their closing line. And don't forget, have a beer, you'll be fine.
Salty, salty language, kings of the sexy frontier. Salty, salty language, kings of the sexy frontier. Salty language.
Hey enthusiasts, what's going on? This is Salty Language, episode 331.
Sexiest podcast on the network.
Indeed.
Long time running.
Yep. Oh, man. So,
I know, right?
Yeah. This is gonna be one of those shows where we're both coming in with the NPR energy.
I know, right? It's gonna be low energy, but it's gonna fucking count.
Sure.
Sure will.
Why not?
Sure will.
Yeah.
If not, we'll figure it out. God damn it, Brian.
Whoa, settle down, mister. Yeah.
God damn it.
This has been a really interesting, or not interesting, but it's just been a weird day for me.
Really?
Yeah, it's like, I had therapy, I slept like shit, then I got up for therapy, and, then after therapy, I had to go get a prescription, and I have just felt like, I feel like I've been distracted all day.
Right.
Like even when I'm like in therapy, I was talking to her, but I almost felt like my head was just drifting outside and, I was pretty much having a squirrel kind of moment, so.
These things happen,
yeah,
for sure.
So, and I've just not been braining real well, today. So, yeah.
Any particular reason why that you could think of?
I think it's just the lack of sleep. Yeah, I think I'm just a sleepy boy, Tony.
A sleepy son of a bitch.
I'm all tuckered out. Yeah.
Yeah, I hear you. Well, it's a pretty essential part of life.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
Yeah. I've heard.
Sleep is good.
Yeah. It was weird. I was on kind of a decent run for a while of like sleeping, for me especially, sleeping, longer than 2 hours in one sitting or one, lay down. So, yeah, the last couple nights it's been back to like 2-3 hours, then I wake up and it's hard to get back to sleep sometimes, And, I mean, I've got my curtains completely closed. Nothing's on in the room, it's like completely dark in there, but I just can't get back to sleep. So, pretty sure I'm going to have to keep a rock.
I completely get that because with Jeannie's new work schedule.
Yeah.
She's been working 2 nights and it's like, 8 to 8. And I know everyone listening's like, man, I look up to him. He's a real man's man.
Sure. Yeah. As they should. Yeah.
I know. But I just sleep like the hottest of garbage when she's not there.
Right. It makes sense.
And then
it's because
last night she was home.
Uh-huh.
Huh?
I was going to say it's because she hits you in the head with a frying pan every night.
Well, there's a good chance of that.
Yeah.
But, last night she was home and I slept like a fucking rock, dog.
Yeah.
I
don't doubt it. Yeah.
I felt amazing this morning when I woke up.
Right.
But yeah, the past couple nights before that, I was just like, toss, turn. I guess I'll fuck around on my phone because I'm super not tired, or I'll stay up too late because, I'm pirating shit on, playing Xbox, like, taking shifts and stuff, and,
Right.
Yeah. Sucks.
Speaking of pirating.
Yeah.
I got an Xbox One, and I saw I'm pretty sure in the backwards compatibility that Pirates is one of the games, which I still own from the first Xbox.
That's awesome.
Because it'll play on the 360. And,
right.
So I was like, oh man, I hope that's backwards compatible because, yar, it may be time to take to the seas.
Yeah, you occasionally gotta do some pirate raiding.
Yeah, I haven't played that game in years. Like I've owned it all this time, and it's one of those games I probably, just kind of put away because I had other games to play, and now I'm like, oh, look at this.
Every once in a while, you gotta do some sword fighting, cannon shooting, rum drinking, horror banging, sons of bitchin' stuffins.
Yeah. You forgot.
I think that was a tagline to the game too.
Fancy dancing also.
Oh yeah, I forgot about the fancy dancing.
Because they added.
Yeah, in the update they have the dance parties.
Ugh.
Yeah, you got served Spanish fucking general.
That's how you court the ladies.
Yeah, exactly. Like, I'm going to dance so good, I'm going to bang your daughter.
Mm-hmm,
like, whoa, easy, Matt Lauer. Easy.
Whoa. Yeah, exactly. So, yeah, but yeah, I've been installing things on the Xbox since last night. I got home from, Name That Tune and, hooked it up real quick and then threw, I was like, well, here comes the system update, which actually didn't take all that long. I was really surprised. It took like 15 minutes.
That's nice.
Yeah, I figured it was going to be a gigantic file and it ended up not really being, so that made me happy. But then
that's a beautiful thing.
You can, if you bought digital things like from the 360 or whatever, or, you can put them on the Xbox One. So I was like, oh, cool. I'm going to download, I don't remember now. Damn it. I can't remember what it was now. Well, I had I downloaded Magic the Gathering, the newest one, but that was, that wasn't that wasn't a download from the other one. I just downloaded that from the store. But I spent a lot of the time just kind of dinking around in there too, just kind of trying to figure out where everything is,
right.
So, cause it's laid out a little differently, but it's, one thing I really hate is the controller is like the PlayStation 4 controllers come with, a USB cord and, I have 2 controllers, so I charge one while I'm playing the other one basically. So I always have a fresh controller, or you can just play with it plugged in if you have to.
Right.
But
nice.
you don't have to buy batteries. It came with it, The Xbox One, not so much. It came with like 2 Duracell AA's. So I was like, oh.
I know we bought a controller for Logan that you can plug it in USB, and it's got a lithium pack in there and shit.
That's what I'm hoping, because on the...
They exist, Brian.
Yeah, because on the 360 I had basically that kind of... It wasn't lithium, but, it was it was just a battery pack that plugged in, and then you hooked the thing to the top to plug it into the Xbox to charge it. So I just got to look for it. I'm sure it exists. I just, I was just, like,
Like, really, Microsoft?
Yeah. It's like,
really?
Come on. But whatever, that's
like
fine.
Bill Gates, you son of a bitch. I thought you loved the earth, and I'm throwing batteries away.
That's right. But yeah, so, whatever. The next step's going to be, seeing what games are backwards compatible that I have, which I can do just by looking, I can just look online. There's a list of all the compatible ones. That way I don't waste time like opening and closing and putting in, 40 games or something.
I thought the next step was bitches.
Oh, well, that may also be the next step. We'll see. We'll see how it goes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fair enough. I mean, I'm not 100% sure what the Xbox One flowchart is, but I was hoping it was Xbox One arrow down bitches.
Not quite. Well, maybe. I'm not there yet. So TBD,
Right.
Shit, what was I going to say? I forgot. Damn it. Oh,
Does it make you go?
I saw that Comedy Central has an app available on there, which is cool because then I can watch. Otherwise, what I was doing was pulling up the Comedy Central app on my phone and airplaying it to my Apple TV.
Right.
And I was like, oh, or I can just watch it on the Xbox One. So I installed that, and it's like, would you like to pin this to your home page? Which it's like the first thing you come to, and I was like, sure, and when I did, I hear the boop boop of the, achievement thing. And it's like, it's like, I think it's called like Home Improvement or something. And it was like, you pin something to your home page. And I was like, really? Like,
wow. They make an achievement for everything. No,
yeah,
don't they?
It just cracked me up because it's not as good as the Simpsons one where it was, what was it? Just like hitting start. I think it was,
yeah.
And I haven't played it yet. I have the Deadpool game. I heard there's a bunch of silly ones in the Deadpool game too. But that one,
I imagine
that makes sense because Deadpool. But yeah,
yeah, but they have one just built into the Xbox.
Yeah.
Like if it was like bloop bloop, it's like, oh, the Kinect detected you are adjusting your balls in front of it. You get the juggler achievement.
Yeah,
it's like, oh,
boy, I hope it didn't see that.
All right. It's like it better if I always play my games nude. I don't want to be distracted by the tactile feel of clothing.
It's true. You don't want to feel restrained,
Yeah, you got to be open and ready to go.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, got to be all nimbly bimbly and such.
God damn right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
so yeah, that's fun. It came with like a 14-day trial of Live also, which I was like, cool, because, I don't have to buy it for 2 weeks. So.
Right, this is true.
Because, obviously, in order to play with friends, I gotta pick it back up. What was weird to me was when I started it up, I saw, I think it was T's brother, his name popped up on there, and I was like, I haven't added anybody. And I was like, oh my God, Brian, you're an idiot. Like, your friends are gonna transfer. Cause
they're still there.
Yeah.
They still exist,
right,
goddammit.
Right. So I was like, oh, yeah, it was kind of weird, seeing, that pop in and out a little bit too. So it was,
well, cause it's probably been a while since you fired up an Xbox in general.
It has been. And it's so weird cause I'll be playing the PlayStation 4 and be like, I should fire up the Xbox and play fill in the blank. Cause I still have a stack of games for it. I haven't finished,
Right.
Some of them I haven't even started, like Deadpool. I haven't even started it, but I bought it because it was dirt cheap. So, I really need to go, put some time into those. That's probably what I'll do is see if they're backwards compatible. And if so, just, play them like games like, Borderlands 2, not so much, because, I've put in so much time on the 360 of that the other thing is, I just haven't looked into this. I don't know if you can transfer data from the 360 to the one, like a thumb drive or a cable or something.
I would assume once you get Xbox Live,
yeah,
that you could probably put some of the shit on the cloud.
Oh yeah, I didn't think about that.
Yeah, because you get a cloud like access when you have a gold account.
That's right. Yeah, I'd forgotten about that. Yeah, because if so, that's that's what I'll do. I'll just throw files of games that I care about, in there.
Right.
Again, like Borderlands or something like that, because it's like I'm not starting that game over. I've already put in a lot of time.
Way too much time.
So much time into it. But for that game, I think I still have like 1 or 2 expansions I haven't finished. So I kind of want to go back, especially the one, because the one's it's got a like Hunter S. Thompson guy in it that is pretty funny, so.
Right.
But whatever. So enough of that.
Whatever.
Kind of fun going through and, seeing what it's all about. One thing I really hate is it's white. The controller's white, which I really hate.
Right.
I would prefer the controller to be black or something like that for just because it's easier to keep looking clean,
Well, yeah. I mean, once you start playing video games,
yeah,
you automatically get dirty gamer hands.
Well, yeah, especially because while I'm playing, I'm scratching my grundle and stuff. So
Well, yeah, for sure, because totally nude gaming.
Exactly. Yeah. Totally
it all makes
nude.
Totally nude.
Totally nude. Yeah. Well, real quick, one more thing on video games. Not about the Xbox so much, but while I was at therapy today, she mentioned to me that one of her colleagues has somebody who doesn't drive as a patient.
Right.
And she was like, she mentioned to the patient to maybe play games that are more realistic as far as driving goes. And have like the steering wheel, foot pedals kind of deal to give that feeling a little bit. It's not quite the same, of course, but as a way of kind of breaking the feeling of I can't do, I can't sit in the seat, kind of a deal. And,
right.
I was like, what I need is I need like, a VR driving game. That way you really feel, and there's one on the PlayStation. I'm not getting a PlayStation VR anytime soon, but, there is a game that's got pretty decent ratings for being fairly realistic in the driving and stuff, and so I was like, if you use a wheel and stuff with that, put that, helmet thing on so it really seems like it's in front of you, that could be very useful, so, yeah, but I don't know, we'll see.
Seems like a fine idea, though.
Yeah, it does, actually.
To use, like modern technology like that to kind of tackle, like driving and, to get yourself more comfortable with it. It's a fine idea.
The only problem I have is finding a game that's not a racing game, because most of the driving games are racing games, or, like Grand Theft Auto is not really a driving game, it's,
what do you mean?
Yeah.
That's how I drive all the time.
Right. There's other games where you can go like first person in the car or whatever, but it's, it's not quite the same because you're generally, breaking the law left and right.
Well, that's why you need like when they have, like over the road trucker simulator,
there actually is those kind of games for like, PC.
Right. Yeah. That's what I'm saying.
So they don't have them on consoles, but they have them for, computers.
Don't you think they should have those on consoles?
Yeah, you'd think, right?
Just because.
I think this was...
Because every once in a while online, I'll see some of those simulator games. I'm like, I kind of want to play that.
Yeah. Well, that was the thing. I was thinking about it, too, because I was like, like when you're 15, when you can't quite drive yet, it's like if these things existed, you could... I'm not saying it counts as on the road practice, but kind of get the feel of, pushing the pedals a little bit and different stuff, so that it feels a little more, like you're moving toward the goal, especially for people like me who, want nothing to do with getting in a car,
Right. Yeah.
But, why not? I mean, they're using VR for to train doctors and soldiers and police and all that stuff. So,
Right.
why not just to help people drive? Or they could just get the self-driving cars finished already, so I just don't have to worry about it ever again.
Also that.
Yeah. It'll be my luck. I'll get one of those, and then all of a sudden they'll start mandating, that people have to take taxis instead,
I'm trying to think of a mundane VR game that would be interesting, but isn't action based.
Right, like Grill Master or something like that.
Yes, exactly, like Virtual Bartender or something.
Yeah. You know what? That feels like a game that would have been made in the late 80s, early 90s. Right?
Right.
You remember there were a bunch of games where it was kind of point of view games, but they really weren't point of view type of games, you'd see your hand in front of you and it'd be just the outline of your hand or whatever. I think there was a poker game or something that was like that, where your hand, was see-through essentially, just like in real life.
Right. Yeah, exactly. For sure.
Yeah. I was just thinking of going back to the barbecue master or whatever the hell I said, just picturing that it's in real time. There's no speeding it up so that you put the meat in and then boom, it's done. You have to wait.
Yeah, exactly. You have to wait, let it sizzle and snap.
Yeah.
If you touch it too much, it just gets crazy.
Right. And then you present to judges and, they judge you based
virtual Iron Chef or something.
Yeah. That would be. That's the thing is, I didn't want it to be as exciting as Iron Chef. I wanted it to be a little more all the meat's in. We just gotta wait. And
exactly.
It's just you and you. In the game, you look to your right and your buddy's just sitting there, and you're just having a nice cold adult beverage, waiting.
Yep. Crack open a beer.
And just sit. That's the whole game. There's 12 hours of sitting.
Oh my God. There's probably something like that on Steam.
Probably. Yeah.
Yep.
That'd be so awful.
Wow. That would be awful, yet
yeah,
awesome at the same time.
Right. Or, grocery shopping.
Right.
Oh, this will be a good time. Ugh.
Yeah, will it?
Unless they had it to where you could use VR to go through the actual store, but in virtual reality, and then your stuff would get picked off the shelves. That way you could, pick the brands you want and stuff a little easier. Or not easier,
right.
It's just making it more exciting. It's not really easier.
Oh my God, virtual shopper.
Yeah.
Dude, what if it was, what was that game show when it was oh my God, go get hams. They're fucking worth a shitload of money.
Oh, supermarket sweep.
Yes, virtual supermarket sweep.
Yeah.
And you got to run around
that actually
with
could
a
be,
shopping cart.
Yeah, that actually could be fun.
And find big ticket items.
Here's the way they need to do it though, because did you ever see the Married with Children where Peg and Al go against Marcy and Jefferson in basically a supermarket sweep? And Al has a modded cart.
A modded?
Yeah.
I don't think I've seen this.
Yeah. It's got a kind of like a knife thing on the front, and I think it has tire slash or something for the there's oil slick and different stuff like that. I think it actually has a projectile because I think he's monkeying with it and it fires and he's like, damn hair trigger. And so what you need is essentially it'd be supermarket sweeps, but picture Mario Kart and supermarket sweeps. You can get power-ups throughout the store or weapons to use against the other people to, maybe not weapons, but you know what I mean, banana peels, kind of like Mario Kart again,
Yeah, fun weapons.
Right, stuff
like
that just...
a machete.
Yeah, exactly. Stuff that'll just slow them up a little bit, which gives you the advantage or whatever. Or a power-up maybe that takes something from their cart or something like that,
Can you be different characters? Like, I'm going to be the lady with the, can I speak to your manager hairdo?
Yeah, it's going to be okay, so again, whether instead of maybe Mario Kart at that point, it'd be more like Twisted Metal. Like character.
Oh, now we're talking.
Yeah. So we just kind of, like I said, it's kind of like, that way it's not just grocery shopping, but it's also, destruction.
Grocery shopping.
Yeah, nice.
Or something like that.
Grocery chopping. I like it.
Yes.
Yeah. And the playability of the game will kind of be like, Mutant League Hockey. Like just corny and,
silly.
Yeah. So.
As long as I can get canned hams, I'm good.
Of course you mean the beer, right?
Yes. And the meat.
Oh, right. Oh.
Dude, we need to have Hams Day where we have canned ham and cans of hams.
Yes. Perfect. Rum ham.
And there's got to be
rum ham and cans of hams.
I don't know if canned rum ham would be delicious.
You just don't
don't
worry about that.
To give it a whirl.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Canned rum ham. That sounds fucking terrible.
Right? They just cram a ham in the can and then just pour the bottomest shelf rum,
Yeah. It's barely rum.
Yeah.
It tastes like hand sanitizer.
Ooh, my favorite, yeah.
Yeah, without the aloe.
Right.
So it's got that burn.
Nice. I like it. Oh, man. That would be terrible.
That sounds terrible.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. That'd be the worst rum ham ever.
Be like Captain Cirrhosis rum ham. Canned rum ham, I'm sorry.
And it's a pig with like a pirate costume on.
Yes, a pirate costume, and he's clearly got the scars from, multiple torso surgeries and a peg leg.
And it makes no sense because, why would a pig want to sell ham?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like your idea though, with like the missing leg and cut pieces and off of it and whatnot.
Yeah, he's all fucked up.
Well, to signify that that's what's in the can, basically.
Yeah, exactly.
Except, clearly the bacon area won't be touched.
Oh, no, because that's a good meat.
Yeah, exactly. It's just like, buttocks and,
right.
Snout.
Pig scrotum.
Yeah. Pig grundle.
Yeah, exactly.
God damn it.
Like, Jesus, what is this? Pork paper?
Oh.
That's scrotum skin. Although
terrible.
Pigs are delicious. I'm sure it probably tastes like bacon too. Like, oh, can I get some of that groin bacon?
Groin bacon?
So happens we fry up the scrotum all nice like.
Oh, man. That's, man, wow.
I'm working on a new recipe. It's maple glazed groin bacon.
Ooh, perfect.
All right.
Groin bacon clearly has to be a canned
That sounds
product.
terrible.
It's got it's like the Little Smokies of the bacon world.
For sure.
Yeah, it's just disgusting, goopy shit on it.
Yeah, it's whatever that mystery gel is that Little Smokies are contained in.
So awful. My dad used to eat those things. Or not the Little Smokies, the Vienna sausages. That's the ones he used to eat.
It might as well be the same for pig dips.
Oh, yeah.
I'll excuse Little Smokies in one application though.
Yeah.
One, Brian.
Okay.
Is my mom it's Christmas time's coming up, so there's going to be a platter full of these things.
Yep.
And I'm going to go like a goddamn savage on them because they're Loki's, and then they're wrapped in bacon, and then they're covered in brown sugar, and they're baked.
Oh, sweet Jeebus. Yeah. Yeah.
Dude. Yeah, they're fucking delicious.
Yeah, I was just going to say, if she wanted to, help you not do that, you put a toothpick through each one, but I was like, you'd probably just eat the toothpicks. So, there'd be no...
There is toothpicks in them.
Oh, okay.
It just slows me just a hair.
Yeah, right. That makes sense.
Yeah. Oh man, they're good though.
I'm just picturing it's so
like it gets to the point I'm in the kitchen and I'm like, do I really need to keep eating? And then there's a little dude on my shoulder. Fuck yeah, you do. I'm like, oh, yeah, you're right, little dude. And I just keep just shoving the shame down.
Right. You look on the other shoulder and he's like, what the fuck are you looking at me for? Listen to him.
Yeah, exactly. Like, I'm eating these too, bitch.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what it is. You look over and he's just crushing them.
Oh,
well,
man,
right.
they are good.
Yeah, all right. I'll allow that. That's a good use for him.
Yeah, that's about it, though. Other than that, they might as well use them for, like, fish bait.
Yeah. Or to throw at people, you know.
Yeah, or to throw people.
Yeah.
While they're still in the jar.
Yeah. Oh. That's going to hurt a lot.
It's aggressive, I know, but some people deserve to have a jar full of little smoke shattered against their temple.
That's fine. I feel like what you do, though, is like if they have like the pull top, is you pull the top and then throw it. Kind of like pulling the pin on a grenade. You know, that way when it hits, perfect. There's just going to be little smokies going everywhere, like that gif of the woman getting hit with like 40 hot dogs.
Oh, yeah, right.
It's going to be like that, except, you know, small.
Well, plus the tin can slice open somewhere on their body, and then they get that little smoky gel in their bloodstream, and death is seconds away.
Or that's the origin story of your, you know, arch nemesis supervillain.
Little Smoky Man?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Probably should workshop that name. It's not very good.
Probably should workshop that name, for sure.
It's terrible.
Like, oh, you really... You shouldn't be wearing the tights, Little Smoky Man. You're not filling out them drawers.
Exactly. Yeah, that's what the heroes do, is they just keep making dick jokes.
Yeah, for sure. It's like, guys!
Yeah. It used to be average.
For sure should have been... You should probably go with Knockwurst Man.
That's a whole different story. He can't chase anybody because he can't run.
Yeah, exactly.
He blew his knee out running because his dick slapped it.
Yeah, like, is that your utility belt? Like, nah, it's just tuck my dong. I'm like, oh, okay.
Yikes. That's frightening. Oh, man. So
it's like
what?
Justice League, but they're made up of people with different powers of sausages.
And it's too bad that the Sausage Party's already a movie, because that would be perfect.
It would be perfect, wouldn't
it? Fuck it. That could still be their name, you know?
Yeah. The Sausage Party?
Yeah. Or Sausage Fest, or I don't know, we'll come up with something. Oh, man.
Because you definitely have Little Smoky Man, you got Knockwurst.
Right.
I don't know.
Hot Links.
Kielbasa.
Right, the woman is Hot Links.
Hot Links, nice. She's got nunchucks.
Yeah.
What the fuck are we doing?
Yeah, we're just train wrecking here.
We're making sausage superheroes. This is like a conversation we would have 14 years ago at 3 a.m.
This is very true. Well, that's kind of what the podcast is.
Yeah.
It's like, have you ever been up late at night, high, drunk, or sleep deprived? If so, Salty Language is for you.
Do your eyeballs feel like mummy skin? Because it's been Street Fighter 2 for 8.5 hours.
If so, Salty Language is right. Did you buy a kitchen codpiece?
Yeah, exactly. You should.
You should. Absolutely.
Marketing these bitches.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. They're going to have our faces on them.
With chef hats on, of course.
Oh, of course, yeah.
Right. And we're making the, you know, like on the pizza boxes or whatever, with the stereotypical Italian guy where he's like, mwah, you know, like with his fingers, you know.
Yeah, we're both doing the mwah. Yeah. or one of us is doing the mwah and the other one's like sipping out of a big wooden spoon.
Of course, yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. Like fucking grandma's gravy spoon.
Whoa, slow down. Yeah, that makes sense.
Right?
It's all coming together, Tony.
Exactly.
Or not.
It's actually going to be the name of my adult toy company, Grandma's Gravy Spoon. I expect low sales.
Yeah. Grandma, why do you have a spoon in your nightstand? That's no spoon. Oh my.
Why is the handle of your spoon so girthy?
And veiny. Yeah, why does your spoon have veins?
Well, little Timmy, I hate to tell you, but your grandfather really blew me out. Grandma needs something a little larger.
Oh, fuck. Oh, poor Grandma
Old
Blowout.
Grandpa Knockwurst.
Yeah, she's married to Knockwurst Man.
Yep, exactly.
Yeah. Have to knock that cervix out, you know? Fuck. It's terrible. Oh, man. All right.
The first date your grandfather and I went on, I'm just going to say, it looked like Rocky Balboa's mouth afterwards.
Oh, my. Oh, wow. Wow. That's yeah, she's, you know how a long time ago we did the thing with the inappropriate grandpa? She's like the female equivalent, you know, she's the very inappropriate grandma, like she shares everything.
Too much grandma.
Yeah.
Yeah. She's not trying to be inappropriate, she just shares way too much.
Right, exactly. Yeah, and it's not because of like age or dementia or anything along those lines. It's just, that's just who she is.
Just who she is.
Yeah. So, good times.
Yep.
Oh man. So how was your week?
Oh, it was all right. I mean, it's I don't know. It's been kind of uneventful, except for the stuff, the old name that tune. I did go have some delightful sushi on Monday.
Yeah,
and I checked out the old wrestling trivia, which I think you and T need to go on with our friend Valerie there.
Yeah, when
we just
hold on one second. When T and I went to leave, Corey pointed at us and was like, "Monday." I think we were being threatened.
That's hilarious.
Yeah,
I think so too.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I mean, we just kind of, it was after sushi, and the stew was across the bar we like to frequent going local here. It was across the street.
Mm-hmm.
So let's go have a drink and then call it a night. And they were doing wrestling trivia, and they kind of coerced us into playing. And
sure.
So we were, our team was Hulk Hogan. What the fuck was it? Oh, God damn it.
24
it was
Pythons.
God. It was some. Oh my God! I can't believe I'm drawing a blank on this. It was a Hulk Hogan sandwich.
Oh my!
Fuck! I know, it's really bugging me because I was very proud of the name. It was one of those names,
Yeah. I didn't even think to ask you when you told me you went and did that. I didn't even think to ask you what your team name was. I should have.
Well, you know what? I took a picture of one of the things because we decided for some reason that everything was going to be Hulk Hogan. Like every answer was going to be something Hulk Hogan.
Okay, fair enough.
So one line of answers was Hulk Hogan, Hollywood Hogan, and then Thunder Lips.
Mm-hmm. Sure.
Because all Hogan characters. You understand, Brian?
Yeah. Oh, I do definitely. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Could you just?
But I mean, it was it was fun, and not many people show up. It's always like, you guys need to go and show up and fucking dominate, son.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Oh, it was Hogan's Hero Sandwich.
Oh, okay. I see what you did there. All right.
Yeah.
I get it.
So, but so that was my Monday. A little sushi, a little wrestling trivia.
Mm-hmm.
And then we did that Name That Tune on Wednesday.
Yeah.
Always a good time. I really enjoy Name That Tune.
I do too.
I would enjoy it better if Sam was there.
Exactly, yeah. I was like, if Sam was there, it'd be great. So, although last night I was literally no help. Well, it's not true.
But still, I mean,
there was stuff I knew, but other people, like Ashley already knew it and was writing it down, so I didn't have to say it, or, that happens a little bit too, so, yeah.
This does happen.
Yeah.
But I mean, I like Name That Tune because they play music. I'm like, oh, dude, I haven't heard a song in a long time, or, I kind of like that.
Yeah, me too.
But the guy who works for all you out there, nice guy. Yeah. He seems like he's a nice guy.
Yeah, he does.
And he means well.
Mm-hmm. He tries. He tries real hard.
But I'm pretty sure he's slightly on the spectrum.
He's something.
Because the dude, really, he's not a good server.
Yeah. Well,
and then he's trying to be over like apologetic at the end of the night when Genie's like, "That's a dick move." 'Cause,
yeah.
like, I tipped him shittily on accident because I was just doing the math.
Right.
And I fixed it. And then he was like, "Oh, I'm sorry if I was there." It's like, dude, it's not you. Although you did fuck up 8,000 times. But
yeah.
You know, you really have to like screw me over in a situation like that to get a shitty tip from me.
Yeah, me too.
You know?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I don't know. Nice kid, but I do not like him as a server.
Yeah. It does suck.
I like him when we walk in and like Sam sits down with us and he brings our drinks over. Like we sit down and here comes a pitcher of water, like 6 pint glasses, a big glass of limes. He knows exactly what we need.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. That's
nice.
That's the problem though, is that, you know, Sam is like above and beyond. And so, you know, this other guy is, you know, he's nowhere near the worst server I've ever had. You know, I've had way worse than that.
No.
But, you know, compared to Sam,
sure.
it's like, you know, it's night and day. So.
Yeah, it's.
What are you going to do, you know?
Bitch and moan on our podcast.
You damn right. Oh, man. Yeah, that was fun, though. We ended up
The name of the tune was fun.
Yeah, we took third, so.
Did you and T hang out a little while longer or no?
Not really. It was, you know, we stayed for a couple minutes because, you know, he still had to finish his drink. Which I told him, I said, you know, take your time. I got nowhere to be other than go home and, you know, start downloading stuff on the Xbox. So, you know,
naturally.
But we were just there for a couple more minutes because, you know, T just housed it and.
That's what he does.
Yeah. And we bounced. You know, a lot of times, like when you guys leave, we'll stay, like if Michelle hasn't left yet, like we'll stay until she's leaving, you know, that way we're not just like ditching her, you know. So. Yeah,
you know, it's, you know, gotta look out for the ladies of the group.
Right. Exactly. Just, you know.
Especially the ones that go, I'm going to have 3 Amaretto sours before I eat.
Yeah.
When I already have a low tolerance.
Right. Exactly. That's what I was telling T, actually. I was like, you know, I was like, if anybody else at the table had 3 drinks, I wouldn't have batted an eye at it. Cause I'd be like, they'll be fine. You know, especially because she stopped well before she left, you know. Like I've been around all of you guys where you've done the same thing. You know, you go in, go hard for a minute or two and then, you know, slow it down to waters or whatever
kind
the
of
rest of the way.
Pull the stick back and level off a little.
And I told T, I was like, I worry about her a little bit though, cause she doesn't have the tolerance, you know. So, but.
Right.
Yeah, whatever. You know, we're all adults making our decisions. So, what are you gonna do?
It's true. I mean, you know, it's when we hopped in the car, Jeannie was like, "I'm kind of worried about Michelle driving home."
Yeah. So I was a little bit too. And,
like, you know, she stopped drinking a while ago, and I'm like, just when we get home, text her just to make sure.
Right. Yeah. You know, it's funny. I mean, you know, I said that after she left. I was like, you know, or thought that after she left that I was like, I should have been like, hey, text somebody when you get home, you know, text Jeannie or Tony or me or T, you know, like do something like that. So just so we know, you know, everything's cool. But yeah. So yeah, you know, that's a good time there.
And then it's like, you know, I've been on a beer drinking like binge lately.
Yeah, you have.
I know, it's been weird because I you know, after Jeannie texted me or called me today, and she's like, I'm trying to get a hold of T so we can figure out our thing for Sunday, which I'm not going to get into. That's for the next podcast.
Right.
Yeah. But, and she's like, I want to meet him for coffee, but we're going to end up meeting for a beer at like 5 if you want to join us. I'm like, oh yeah, fuck yeah, I will.
Of course.
So we end up hanging out at Rocky's, our local bar for y'all, till, you know, for a few hours, and like his new lady came by and we had a few beers and had some food, and you know, I'm like, it's like every day I've been knocking back a few beers. I gotta settle down a little here,
or
keep on
That's
rolling.
Right. That's right, Iron Man. You know, every day.
I mean, I got home like before we're podcasting. I'm looking at my fridge, like, which one should I grab? I'm like, no, just grab a couple bottles of water, sit down, you dick.
Yeah, it's like quit being an animal.
Yeah, basically, like you don't need to maintain the slight buzz you have.
Right, yeah.
That's being dumb.
Yeah, especially with it being a school night. You know,
Yeah, exactly. It's just that would be ill-advised.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So, yeah. And
oddly enough, I don't have to
what?
Get up at I mean, it's Friday tomorrow, and Friday's always extra special, but, you know.
Yeah.
Still.
Right. And I've been kind of the opposite of your drinking because of, you know, being on pain meds, you know, so I've been, plus, you know, alcohol can, you know, cause bleeding and with, you know, like where that tooth was pulled, which I'm still dealing with. Like right now it's hurting again. So. Well,
it may up your chances of bleeding, but it also ups your chances of excess fun.
That's true. And it'll numb the pain for a little while, right?
Right. That's a rumor.
Yeah. But last night I was, you know, I've been taking like hardly any of the painkiller stuff. Like I'd taken one like before I go to bed, basically, you know, just to make sure I don't wake up in the middle of the night, you know, my face killing me or something.
Yeah, I'm dying.
Yeah. Cause you know how it is. Like once something's got a hold of you like that, it's hard to get rid of it. Whereas if you kind of get ahead of it, it's not so bad, you know?
Right.
Yeah. So, yeah, that's why I was like, you know, I'm gonna have a couple beer skis. Man, I'll tell you, after drinking the second one, I was sitting there and I actually, after you guys left, I looked at T and I was like, I'm like, how long is it going to take you to drink that? And he's like, why? I was like, cause I'm going to go get another one. Tasted all right, you know, and then I was like,
fuck yeah.
Like, you know what? I got all days and stuff here, you know, I was like, if I want more, I'll just come home and crack a couple or something, you know.
Right.
Save some quiche.
Truth.
Yeah. So yeah, that was a good time though. Yeah.
I kind of wish it was something we could do every week. I understand, you know, it makes sense cash wise not to do it every week.
Yep, for sure.
But I do enjoy it a lot.
Yeah. I do too.
You know?
I'm the same way. It's like, cause I just don't feel right going in there and just like ordering, you know, like getting water or something, you know?
Or yeah, exactly.
Or even just getting like a beer or two and staying there for hours. It just bugs me, you know?
Right.
Like I feel like I should order more than that to, you know, pay for my space basically.
Right.
But
well, it's kind of become our new like biweekly brewery trip, like we used to do a couple years ago.
Yeah,
you know, every Thursday we go hang out at the brewery, get some growlers, probably overindulge. So it's probably better that it's a little less indulging.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, I'm not.
In fact,
drinking pitchers of beer.
Yeah, exactly, right. We don't know the servers well, we do know the one pretty well, but we don't know them well enough to be like, all right, bring us shots. Well, plus it helps that they're not young, attractive ladies.
Right. Fucking A. Yeah, we're such idiots.
Yes. Well, you know.
Especially shot.
Guys will be guys.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, I'm Brian.
Oh, yeah. Hey, I'm Tony.
All right, we're 49 minutes in.
Might be a new record. Oh wait, no, because there's some shows we never say it.
Yeah. It just cracks me up when we remember, you know, like it's not like I said before, you know, it's not something we do at the beginning because I've changed the way that I intro the show, you know, so, good times.
Right?
Yeah. So what we need is like, in the intro song, like at the end of it, just be like, and now here's Brian and Tony, you know, and then if people miss it, it'll be like, well, it's in the intro song. If you don't listen to that, that's not on us, you know.
This is true. We could like tag it in or something, like add our own little, you know, own little add on to Heno's amazing song you made.
Yeah. That would be, I wouldn't do that.
Well, you're right. We need someone to announce it for us. Yeah. Like, and now, Salty Language starring.
Mm-hmm.
We'll have some, like, Tonight Show type music playing.
Right. The only problem with that is the whole, Tonight Show music. I like that. The only problem is that, you know, people still won't know which is which.
Oh, yeah. Good call.
Yeah.
Fuck them.
You heard the man. Get in line.
Take a number.
Yeah. So anything else in your week there, sir?
Well, it's Thursday, which is so it's a little out of route, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, but no, I mean, did you watch Punisher?
I started it.
Okay. Right.
I watched the first 3 last night because I'm a dummy and just forgot. Then last night I was like, I want to watch something. I was like, oh shit, I was supposed to watch The Punisher.
Well, we'll do our Punisher talk on the next episode, I'm sure. I say I finished The Punisher.
Okay.
I haven't started reading Naughty Neighbors, whatever that book is. It's on my Kindle.
Yeah, that totally. I didn't even download it, so
I haven't had time to even crack into it yet. It's been, I've been busy, unfortunately, but
sure.
But nah, it's just way too much old man nudity this morning at the gym.
As is
It's
tradition.
been rampant lately. Yeah, I don't know what was going on today.
Well, as the weather gets colder, that's the time you want to wear less clothing. So
I don't know. It was, I usually have it timed out that I can get in and, get myself cleaned up and start getting dressed before the whole horde of them come in there. But
right.
It was like Walking Dead morning today. I don't know what was going on. There was old gray dick everywhere. It was not good.
That's, yeah, that's a problem.
Disturbing as fuck?
Yep.
Yeah, I know, right?
Sure is.
Yeah.
Oh my.
I know.
Yeah.
But, I don't know. It's just, it's been a week.
Yeah.
Yeah. You ever have one of those weeks where you're like, man, I think my job is slowly crushing my soul.
Yeah. I had a couple years of that at a couple jobs. Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely
I've had
there.
that going on lately.
Yeah. I actually had one job that did crush my soul because I was there 60 hours a week. So,
right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been perusing various apps who's hiring in the area? I would like to have my soul back.
Now, Tony, I want to point out that, first of all, if you're going to whore yourself out, stay off of Fiverr and Craigslist.
Fair enough.
Especially Fiverr, because,
Okay.
have some fucking respect for yourself. At least get 10.
I guess I'll have to take my post down, I guess.
Right.
Can we make an app called 10 Spot to combat Fiverr?
Yes. It wouldn't shock me if somebody does. Oh, no, well, you got to go the other way. You know how there was, what was it, that one where it's 9-minute abs, and someone else is 8-minute abs or whatever. Just undercut them by 1. Be call it 4 or something like that.
425.
Right. Quattro, something like that,
Nice. Quattro, I like it.
Yeah. To where, it's $4 instead of $5.
There's not much I would do for $4.
No, I used to go on that site just to look to see what people were trying to get on the dirt cheap,
My time is worth way more than that to me.
Yeah, and I've known people who've gone on there and done art for people and stuff, and I'm like, you're really undervaluing yourself at $5,
Is it still a thing, Fiverr?
We checked it once before, remember? Because Matt, he told us that we should look into something on there. I forgot what it was.
It's still a thing.
Yeah, see? There you go.
Wow, look at that.
Yeah. I saw one on there one night where it was somebody looking for a tattoo design. And I'm like, really?
For $5?
Yeah. It's sure, I'll do one. It's going to be hot garbage.
I'm going to click on the fun and lifestyle Fiverr.
Oh my. All right.
This should be interesting.
Yeah.
That's video and this is not fun and lifestyle at all, you son of a bitch.
Maybe. Nah, probably
no,
not.
I don't want any of this. No, I don't want to join your shitty website.
You might.
There we go. Ooh, astrology readings for $5.
Mm-hmm.
Arts and crafts, collectibles. I'm looking for deep dicking. Is this on here? Pranks and stunts.
Oh my.
Really?
That could be a problem.
I can't believe this exists still.
I don't really know. Yeah, I don't know. I do wonder.
It's fascinating to me.
I do wonder what their traffic was like compared to what it is like, if it's jumped or dropped or whatever.
See, some of these are questionable.
Yeah.
There's lots of them that are like attractive ladies that are like, I will do any challenge. It's like,
yeah, no, you won't. Stop it.
I will film me underwater for you.
That's weird.
I will make a gay prank video. This guy is wearing a Blue Oyster Cult hat, or not, a Blue Oyster Club hat from Police Academy.
Nice.
What is that? What do people actually buy this shit?
That's a good question. Now, here's what needs to happen: is we need someone to give us a bunch of money just for us to blow on Fiverr.
I agree.
To where we'll just get the dumbest shit done for the money.
Yes. I will make video with my sister. You guys aren't sisters. You can't fool me.
Shut up. You don't care.
Oh, I see. Aha. I see what they're doing. Mm. You can pay $150 for a premium video.
So the other video is just, yeah. It's them. It's them in like flannel pajamas with like 14 blankets on them.
Exactly right.
Yeah. Every $10 you go up, it's a little something else is not there. I feel like that's skating around the system.
I think so too.
I think that's cheating. I don't like that.
Wow, this is now that I've looked at somebody's actual thing, and I'm like, oh, I see what they're doing now.
Yeah.
Yep, I get it. God damn you naughty ladies out there. This is I'm a little jealous because guys can't make money like this.
Yeah, probably not.
You can't go, well, you can for other guys.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Be like, hey, for $15, I'll waggle my dick at you,
Right.
And you're not going to have ladies biting on it. But for the other way around, you get an attractive lady, it's like, oh, $75 and my sister and I will make a fun video. Guys are like, oh, hold on. Let me take my pants off and get my wallet.
Right. Now, the fun video is just them playing like croquet or something like that.
Yeah, guess who?
Yeah. Exactly.
Oh, my.
That would be fun, though.
See? Telling you what. God damn it. The internet's a fascinating place.
It's great. All right. So
I don't know if it's great.
So I have a couple of things that happened this week that are interesting to me anyways, but I think you'll enjoy.
Let's get away from Fiverr, please.
So I'm going to start
buying videos.
I'm going to start. I already did. I bought like 4. So I was in GameStop the other night, and there was a guy in there, and he's an employee at another one because I heard him give his employee code, to get his discount. But he was walking around the store, and he had like this wristband on that allowed him to have his iPad on his arm, like it was a watch, basically.
But it was an iPad.
iPad, yes, not an iPod or or an Apple Watch or nothing like that. It was an actual. It was probably not the biggest iPad. It was probably like the medium size iPads that they had. But I don't even know what he was doing with it. He kept doing something on it, probably buying videos, but
just crushing Grinder.
Yeah. Hey, well, whatever.
Did he look like one of those Yu-Gi-Oh guys? You remember those things he used to?
Oh God, no, he didn't. But
all right,
he was I'll say this though, like he was in there with his mom.
Not nearly as cool as Yu-Gi-Oh guys.
Right, exactly. He was in there with his mom. She was buying like gifts for someone else, and he was just
veiny spoons.
Yeah, coming soon. Yeah. He was just there basically to, so he could use his discount for her, basically, which is really funny because I guarantee you that that's against company policy. Anyway.
Oh, I'm sure.
Because every place that has an employee discount thing, you're always told you're not allowed to use it for other people. Everyone ignores it pretty much, but you know.
Unless you're Chet with your iPad mounted on your wrist.
Yeah, and so, and he was a prick to his mom. I mean, he was like, they had a thing like all their clearance stuff was like half off or something like that. And I think they had something to where there was like a buy one, get one or something to that effect, or buy two, get one. And she didn't know what counted, you know, like, because they had a wall of like clearance stuff, and she didn't know if all that stuff was okay or if she had to get stuff basically that was like full price, you know?
Right.
And, you know, it's like, she's clearly not someone spending a lot of time in GameStops, you know, so she's like, I don't, you know, but you could just tell she just had no idea, and she's just being nice and asking him. And he was treating it like she asked him the most ridiculous question ever, you know, and I'm sitting there and I'm going, you know what? I bet A, you probably still live with her. B, she probably cooks for you and does your laundry, you know, and C, she probably bought you that iPad. And it's like, you know, in my head, I'm just like, it's like, show some fucking respect, you know? And it's like, it just bugs me. It's like, why are you talking to your mom like that anyway?
Right.
You know, when they left, I was just like glaring at him as they were walking out the door, and the guy working, he just looked at me and kind of laughed, and I was like, he's a dick. And, he's like, well, you know, I was like, no, he's a dick. I'm not asking for you to confirm it. You know, like
I knew that immediately when I saw the iPad on his phone.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, no, dude, no.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it was, you know, the iPad thing was weird, but it was more about the other part of it. It just really, it just cheesed me off. It's one of those things that it's like, you know, if you could get away with, you know, punching someone square in the neck or something like that, he would have been my choice for the day. So. Oh,
well, I would recommend punching his iPad into his face.
You're right. That's a much better idea.
Like when he's looking at like a big juicy cock on it, you smash it right into his grill.
Yeah, I was going to say I could just steal his iPad, but you know, yeah. I don't know. There's probably, if I put
his mom's like, Chet, what are you looking at spoons for? Oh, yeah, ma, spoons.com. Yeah, bigveinyspoons.com.
Yeah, if you put a black light over that iPad, I bet it just lights up.
Oh, you know? Boy, you're right.
So yeah, that was annoying. Another one that was annoying was today. I'm in the line for the pharmacy, and I don't know if you saw my post on Snapchat. There were a lot of people in the line.
I did see that. Huh. It actually threw me off for a second because on your post, I was trying to figure out where you are, because all I saw in the pharmacy word was Macy, and I'm like, there's no way that he's at Macy's.
Maybe I was.
And I was like, pharmacy, okay.
Yeah. Oh man, you know, and it was one of those things that, you know, they're really busy, and you know, it happens, whatever. I get in line, and the guy in front of me, when he gets up there, he's one of those guys that's got a small talk with the cashier.
Oh, God. Sometimes those people are okay unless there's a giant line. Then go fuck yourself.
Exactly. See, that's the thing. It's like, if there's a giant line, it's like, get the fuck out of the way. You know, get your shit, get out of here. And honestly, the employee wants you to do that too, because they want that line gone. You know? It's like, even though you may appreciate a little, you know, that they're nice or a little witty banter, but it's just like, get the fuck out of here, you know?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
But, you know, as she's like wrapping up his medicine, you know, she's like, is there anything else I can get for you? And he goes, well, you know, if you got the winning lottery numbers, I'll take those. And she just looked at him and was, I mean, I almost just killed him. I mean, there was a cart right next to me. I almost just threw it at him. And, she just looked at him and went,
That's hilarious.
Like she barely gave him a pity laugh, you know? And, you know, and then he's, you know, I honestly, I think he was flirting with her, and she was,
or at least attempting to.
Yeah. And she's probably in her 20s, late 20s. Yeah, probably mid to early to mid. I'm sorry. And he's in his, you know, like late 50s. So, you know, and he's all just creeping up there.
Like, hey, you notice I don't have a prescription for Viagra. Yeah, but I saw your Valtrex, so.
Right. He's not going to let herpes rule his life anymore.
It's true.
Man, though, I wanted to put his head through a wall, And this goes back to us talking about how, like, the dumbest shit makes us just rage.
Oh, yeah, definitely, yeah.
Yeah, and I mean, I was next in line, and I hadn't waited that long. It actually was moving pretty quick, which is great, because usually when I get in a line like that, it's because someone's got, like, all the questions, or is giving them a hard time, about something. So I was glad that it moved, fast and whatever, so I was out of there, and as I was leaving, he was at the self-checkouts, and I heard him talking with the woman. You know how they have one employee that kind of watches that whole area,
Yeah.
So he was talking with her and basically doing the same thing. Like he was,
He's just a lonely old tree.
Probably. And he's just, chatting this woman up, and again, it's another, like, 20-ish girl, kind of a thing. And I'm like, like,
yeah, like, Jesus. Can't you just go home and watch porn? What are you doing?
Yeah, it's like, whatever. It's like, what do you walk around the store and hit on every girl you think is under 30? I mean, it's,
Like, oh, you're the guy that makes small talk on Chatterbait. Oh. Get out of here, you.
Get your hog out. Well, I thought maybe we could have a nice talk first.
Get your hog out. That's the name of the canned rum ham.
Yeah.
Get your hog out.
Yeah. Oh, man.
Man.
Yeah. So, this is just me, like the old, cantankerous Brian coming through, and I know that, but, I don't know, it just drove me crazy. This last one is one that, it just blew my mind. I was with my mom, we were at a store called Meijer, which everyone listening may not be familiar with, but, it's basically picture a super Walmart, it's basically that same idea.
Right.
So my mom was looking at curling irons, and now the curling irons were on like a back wall, and a wall that was like, perpendicular to it was, the aisle where like the nail polish and all that stuff is, right?
Right.
So I had went to look for something else, and when I came back, my mom's like, she's like, look down there. And I was like, what? She's like, look down the aisle. So I turn just in time to see this woman, like open a thing of nail polish, and she's painting her nails. I've seen women do that various times in the stores, It's gross because hands are usually disgusting, and now you've tainted that. But anyway, but then that wasn't the amazing part. The amazing part was then she opened up a bottle of nail polish remover and wiped it off.
What the fuck?
And she opened a package of like, cotton balls. And when she did this like with a few different, nail polishes and just wipe it off, put another one on, wipe it off. And I'm like, well, clearly she's planning to buy, she's looking for her color, I guess. So she wipes her hands off, or wipes that off of her nails the last time, and then she just sets everything down, like the open bag of cotton balls, the nail polishes she didn't buy, the nail polish remover. She just sets them on the shelf and gets up and walks away. Like she didn't buy anything.
What the fuck is wrong with people?
Yeah. And I mean, we're just standing there like dumbfounded, and it was like, I probably, like I told my mom, I was like, I feel like not, like looking back on it, I should have went and just got somebody and narked her. But, I was so mesmerized that, it's like I said, I've seen somebody use nail polish before to see how it looks or whatever, but I have not seen someone, remove it and then apply more and remove it, So
you probably should have got a hold of the cops, because there's probably bodies in her trunk.
Yeah, that's the thing is I kind of wanted to just follow her around the store from then. I want to see if she does this like, you know, like if she grabs a Pepsi and drinks half of it and puts it back, or, you know, like, is she doing this throughout the whole store, you know? Like,
that is bizarre, man.
Right? I was like, okay. So, yeah. My mom even, she's like, I've never seen anyone do that before. I was like, yeah, that was something.
That is weird.
Yeah.
That is weird.
Mm-hmm. Like, if she had picked up a nail polish at the end, at least I would have understood it a little bit, you know, but I don't know.
And I could almost get like, okay, you paint one nail one color, you paint our nail another color, and be like, oh, which one do I want? Not just like wipe them all off.
Right.
That is, I mean, I don't buy nail polish. I guess whatever. I don't get it.
Yeah, you just steal it. Yeah.
Yeah, well, fuck yeah, I do. I'm going to do pay for this shit when I can put it in my drawers.
Of course.
Right?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's, that was something, you know, so.
Well, I kind of had a shithead person situation now that I think about it. It wasn't really a situation, but it was just an observed shithead person.
Yeah.
Saturday, I was working, and I had some like 2 hours in between some of my runs, you know, and I was starving because, you know, I typically don't eat breakfast. You know, I just drink coffee in the morning. So I was hitting the point, I'm like, I got to fucking eat some food.
Right.
So I was by the airport in Detroit, and I'm like, well, I did a quick Google, and there's a restaurant and a hotel that had decent reviews. It was pretty close by. So I was like, yeah, perfect. Go get a burger. You know, and then I was like, and I'm sure because it's classified as a sports bar, I'm like, I'm sure the Ohio State Michigan game will be on.
Right.
So I can watch the end of the game. That'd be cool. So that's what I did. And it was like, no one was there. There was just a couple people in the bar. It was perfect. You know?
Nice. Yeah.
But there's a guy and his girlfriend. They're both wearing OSU gear on the other side of the bar. And, you know, those people who don't know where we live, that's like a national holiday around here. Yeah. OSU, Michigan.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, you're in Detroit, you're deep into Michigan territory. It's kind of rare to see OSU guys up there.
Right. Like where we live, you tend to see a good mix of both, you know,
yes,
because we're right on the border. You know, same with when we lived in Toledo, because it was, you know, a stone throw across the border, but you know, both areas are very kind of down the middle as far as, you know, which team you're rooting for. But you're right. If you go south, it gets more red as you go south, and it gets more blue as you go part way north, and then it turns green. But, you know.
It's true.
Yeah.
So, you know, they're hooting and hollering, and, you know, obviously Ohio, you know, OSU won the game.
Right.
But at the end of the game, the guy calls the bartender over, which I saw, you know, this is, oh, geez, nice enough woman, but I saw way too much of her ass.
Now, hold on. You have to explain how, like, are we talking like her pants were low riding, or she had like too short of a skirt?
Yeah, well, yeah, this is how I saw way too much of her ass, by the way.
All right.
Is he calls her over, because, you know, game's over, and they're over there like, woo, we won, woo! And he's like, can I get 2 glasses and some champagne?
Oh my God. What?
Yes, exactly. Which this is where I saw way too much of her ass, because she was like, had to like hunch over and dig through this fridge to find a bottle of champagne. Ooh. And her pants were way too low. And I'm like, there's, you know, the ass cheeks and tramp stamp going on over here that I really have no interest in looking at.
But you kept looking, yeah.
But they're right in front of me.
Right. I get you, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, what you should have done is when she stood back up, you should have been like, nice butthole. Like, do you bleach? Yeah.
I see you take care of that.
Yeah. Like, I see you go Brazilian.
Yeah, exactly. But just the fact that we're in a hotel restaurant.
Yeah, it's pretty.
Can we get some champagne?
Man. Okay. So the first thing is that they're the kind of people that say we won, even though they did zero to influence the game.
Yeah, they sat there and drank Miller and ate burgers and watched the game.
Yeah,
that was their influence on the thing.
I am not a fan of. You know, I love sports. I am not a fan of the people that do the we won bullshit. It's, you know, I can allow it if it's your alma mater.
Right.
I'll be like, you know what? That's your school. You're representing your school. Okay. I can live with that, but it's like, settle down.
Yes.
It's, you know, Calm yourself.
But the icing on the cake was when the guy asked the bartender to take a picture of them.
With the champagne,
with,
right?
With the champagne.
I'm sorry, champagne. Yeah.
Yeah. The fuck is wrong with people, Brian?
Wow.
I figured just cover that in a nail polish story, too. What the fuck is wrong with people?
Yeah, you're right. You're absolutely right. You know, it's funny. I hate going out in public to watch the Ohio State-Michigan game because people are just assholes about it, you know?
Oh, yeah.
And it goes so far beyond, like, just a decent rivalry to where you can kind of, bust some balls a little bit. It's like, it gets, like, heated with people, which makes...
people get violent.
Yeah, it's so stupid. It's like it's a fucking football game. Like, settle down.
Like, I do recall one of our friends who shall not be named, I'm pretty sure he threw or punched a hole in a wall one year.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. I mean,
it's like nothing's that...
Well, unless
serious.
unless you got a couple G's riding on it or something,
Well, yeah, if you got money on the game, I could see that.
Yeah.
But if you're just sitting there trying to enjoy yourself and you're like, motherfucker, and you're like, kick your TV, it's like, why?
Yeah. Like, stop it.
Like, you should just be probably taken outside and executed immediately.
They should, just be like, hey, are there wolves around here? Just drop them off, hog tie them and drop them off.
Yeah, for sure. Maybe spread peanut butter on their face or something.
Sure, why not?
Yeah.
I can understand that. So yeah, anyway, that was some weird shit, especially the nail polish one. So I watched the Infinity War trailer today, and you said you watched it too.
Yeah, I watched it this morning.
So what do you think? Did you have to change pants afterwards, or were you just like, whatever?
I was kind of like, whatever. I mean, if you check out our social medias, I threw up a couple things because the one thing I was not impressed by
Spider-Man
was
suit.
I didn't really like that either.
Black Widow being blonde.
I didn't even notice.
Yeah, she's blonde.
I didn't even notice that. That annoys me too. Then
Thanos,
maybe there's something wrong with the coloration because I was annoyed that Thanos was pink.
Yeah, I'm with you. I've seen that like someone has isolated the picture and it's become like a meme. I can't remember what I saw. I saw like 3 of them yesterday that were really funny, and I cannot for the life of me remember what they were. But yeah, that looked like hot shit. That was terrible. It was really cool watching him socket or peel the one gem out of the Vision's head.
That was cool.
Put it into the glove, or the gauntlet, the Infinity Gauntlet. Because the Infinity Gauntlet was one of those things that I always thought was like the coolest, one of the coolest things in comics for, a long time. I always thought it was cool, so that's why it was a couple years ago at San Diego Comic-Con, they had like an exclusive Infinity Gauntlet. And I was like, man, I want one of those so bad.
Right.
But
I mean, when the movie comes out, I'll be excited to see it.
Yeah,
but the trailer, there wasn't a lot in the trailer that I was like, oh, fuck yeah.
There was a lot of movement.
Yeah.
And
it'll be cool to see all the characters that they've been building for the past almost decade.
Yeah.
come together finally.
Yeah.
But at the same day, I don't know.
I really hated Spider-Man's costume. Black Widow's hair, I was kind of like, all right, maybe there's something in the story. And there was a series, I think, or 2 that Marvel did where she was blonde. She may have been blonde various times. It's like, she's a spy. Maybe she's wearing a wig because she's a spy. That one's an easy one to kind of get over, for me.
Right.
Even though she's always, she's a redhead. I hate that Spider-Man costume. However, seeing Hulkbuster costume again was, I love
Hulkbuster is cool.
Yeah. That's like my favorite, one of my favorite, Iron Man things is that Hulkbuster armor.
Right.
I mean, there was some cool stuff, but Black Panther looks awesome again. And, like the stuff all is, it looked fine. It just, I don't know. It just, I almost feel, like you could take Thanos and put him in like a turtleneck or maybe just a shirt and a cardigan, and it would just fit. You know?
Yeah, because he didn't look like I want the purple face, the glowing eyes, the little like dinky horned gold tiara that he wears or whatever it is.
Yeah, I'm totally with you. I want him to look like
Thanos.
That.
I don't want Josh Brolin that like looked like he blew the biggest bubblegum bubble ever and it blew up on his face.
Really did, yeah. Professor Thanos, yeah.
Yeah, it's just like
comes out in his jacket with the elbow patches on.
But it's weird because in the other like Thanos reveals, he was more purple.
Yeah, so I'm with you, but it's like it's the same thing though, and I've read other people have had the same reaction. So I don't know if there's a reason. Maybe there's a reason for it. I can't imagine what it would be, but maybe there's a reason. I don't know. Yeah, like you said, by the time this comes out, I mean, I'll watch it no matter what because I'm in on the story, so whatever. But the Thanos thing was really disappointing.
Yeah,
and Spider-Man's costume. Well, do you know why it bugs me so much? Really, is because the costume they designed for Spider-Man: Homecoming is an awesome design. It's the best movie Spider-Man costume by a mile because it's bright and like it feels more like Spider-Man. And I was like, they finally got a good costume. It's like I hate that they have to put a new costume on like every character in every movie. Captain America. Oh, man. For sure. I know why. Yeah, exactly. But it's like, Captain America doesn't have the exact, Iron Man has different armor, which that one makes sense because Tony Stark's always tinkering. I can live with that one.
Right.
Captain America, unless it gives him a tactical advantage, I don't see him constantly switching his gear.
What are they going to do about the Hulk?
Different.
They're going to give him some like sweet Converse or something?
No, booty shorts.
Oh, nice.
Yep.
He's got some of them Hooters shorts on.
Yeah. Be dropping it low,
Hell yeah. Like goddamn green scrope bacon hanging out.
Oh, that's nasty.
I know, right?
Yeah. It was weird though, because I didn't expect to, I kept reading how people were like, oh, it was so awesome. And I'm like, okay. I don't.
Yeah.
I must not be seeing the same thing they saw.
I kind of was going in there with the expectation to be like, holy shit. I was kind of like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
Like, the little Guardians reveal at the end. That was cool.
Yeah.
Because I like Guardians of the Galaxy. They're fun movies.
Sure. Yep.
But it wasn't. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
Like
if they had ended the video with like Thanos teabagging Vision after he took the gem out, that would have been like, oh wow, that's a good move right there.
Right.
But so I don't know, whatever. Maybe we're just cranky old men. I don't.
Well, and part of me, because there was this discussion was going on in our Kit group.
Mm-hmm.
Which, I'll talk about that next. Going on our Kit group where, like Clint and Henna were both like pumped about the trailer and Dev was like, eh.
Yeah.
And I kind of wonder if we're in the same camp as Dev, we're just kind of jaded because we're comic book fans.
Yeah. I can totally see if you step away from the being comic nerds, I can see where you probably, like it would seem, like it's going to be a fun movie.
Yeah.
Kind of, honestly, Justice League's the same way. Some of the people I've talked with when they tell me what they liked about Justice League, it's like, okay, I can get that, but it's, like some of the stuff that annoys some people is like, Batman being all, witty and snarky, like he is. And, and like I told somebody in a Twitter group the other day, I was like, they're trying to make him their Tony Stark, because Tony Stark in the movies and stuff, he's witty, he's, all this stuff. And, so they're trying to make Batman that way too. And it doesn't work with Batman.
No, it kind of fails really.
Yeah. But anyway, I got off topic there though. But yeah, I think,
sorry to smash the mic with my headphones. I got distracted.
I could see that making sense though, that it's, and for the record, I'm not saying that like, oh, you don't like comics, so you don't get it, or, that's not that at all. It's just
different
eyes looking at the same thing,
Right.
Like,
yeah, exactly.
Yeah, like, again, like when we talked about Gotham, there's a lot of people that love it that are not comic book fans. There's a lot of comic book fans that are just like, heresy,
Yeah, exactly. This is not the canon I'm used to.
Yeah, so, whatever. We'll see. Yeah. But, like I said, there was nothing in it to where I was like, I'm not gonna see that,
Well, yeah, right.
So,
yeah, I'll watch it, and I'm sure I'll enjoy it, because Marvel, I mean, that's what they do. They make entertaining movies.
Yeah. And, and the big team movies are tough,
Yes.
to get everybody screen time, from the actors' perspectives. And then, to make characters, especially when you're trying to build characters. Like, I expect, like, Black Panther to be more prominent in this one because Black Panther movies are going to be coming out, So,
right.
It just kind of makes sense that it's, kind of like watching wrestling, the guys getting the, Black Panther's getting the push,
Yeah, for sure. Exactly.
So, yeah.
And I'm sure more trailers will be revealed, and, I don't know. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, I think this was just to try to get people excited. It was weird, though, the way they revealed Thanos, though, too. Like, and I know, again, he's been seen, but it's just, I don't know, it didn't feel like a big reveal. So it almost, like I said, it almost feels like we caught him at home or something like that.
Yeah, like you walked in the room like, oh, hey, I didn't know you were here.
Oh, shit, guys. Are we fighting today?
Like, oh, hi. Can we do this? Like, I got fresh scones in the oven.
It's like, the Infinity Gauntlet's in my dishwasher. I mean,
Yeah, exactly. I got tea on, and I don't. Can we? Ooh, that's a fresh cookie, guys. Oh my God, it's hot. Jesus,
well, it's a fresh cookie, Tony.
Fresh hot cookie for Tony,
which is now melted into your hand.
I know. Oh God, it smells delicious. I might need some alone time, guys.
Damn it. All right, well, let's move on. We've shat on that. No,
I don't know how this slipped my mind when I was talking about my Monday, but after sushi and wrestling trivia and a couple beers at the Stoob, I did record an episode of Geek Dig podcast with our pal Clint.
Right.
So if you want to check that out, it's Geek Dig Pod, episode 166, Porg Baby Donut Holes. Porg Baby Donut Holes, where we talked all kinds of shit. We talked Star Wars, we talked food, we talked facial hair, we talked everything.
Yeah.
We just flipped our flappers, which, if you listen to this show, you should be used to.
As is tradition. Yep.
As is tradition.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, like right now, as of this recording, it's, on our timeline on Twitter. Also, you could, find it there.
Exactly.
But whatever. Like Tony said, check it out.
Mm. Yes.
What episode again? 166, right?
166. It's geekdigpod.com is his website.
Boom. All right. Enough free promos for him.
Exactly. You got to pay for the rest of them.
Well, I mean, he got you on his show for free and promos. I mean, come on. That's a pretty good deal. Yeah.
It's a hell of a deal.
Yeah. You got anything else? I really don't have any more like stories or stuff to talk about.
Just a cookie in my mouth.
Oh, yeah, great timing, Brian. I look down as you're just jamming a cookie in your face.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's all right. I was listening to a podcast.
Trying to crunch off a mic,
Yeah, I was listening to a podcast the other night, and a guy was eating chips.
Oh, that could be the worst podcast food.
Well, I'll give him that. He was trying to stay off mic, but the other person on the podcast kept asking him questions. So, and I'm like, dude, he's eating tacos. The other thing is, he didn't turn his mic off or mute his Skype while he was eating them, so I could hear him biting into the tacos or not tacos, I'm sorry, chips. I don't know why I kept saying tacos. It was chips.
Were they taco flavored chips?
Well, they were tortilla chips. He said he was eating that and salsa. But, I was like, ugh. It's like, unless you're doing like a 12-hour podcast or something, it's like, you got to be a real douchebag to eat while you're doing a podcast.
I guess I'm a dude. It's a hot, fresh chocolate chip cookie, you savages.
I'm jealous as fuck about the cookie right now. So
these are like my main weakness right here.
Yeah.
I mean, I can normally resist baked goods pretty easily, but chocolate chip cookies are my jam.
Yeah. I know. The worst part now is you've told everybody out there if they're going to torture you how to do it. You know, just dangle a cookie. Oh,
please don't send me cookies.
No. They're going to like tie you to a chair and like dangle cookies in front of you, but just out of reach. You know.
Yeah, if you want to see me Hulk out, that's a good way to do it.
That'd be kind of fun to watch. All you do is just get rope burned because, you know.
This is true.
Yeah, or, you know, like, I can't break these zip ties. Oh, man.
I don't know, fueled by cookie rage?
You might, yeah.
I might.
You might.
Man, that was a good fucking... God, she's so good in the kitchen.
Yep.
Goddamn black magic baking over there.
Yeah, right?
I know. Delicious.
So accurate.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Ridiculous.
All right, calm down, man. We're not talking about breakfast here. Settle down.
No, we're talking about chocolate chip cookies.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Which I would eat for breakfast.
I have eaten.
Cup of coffee, some chocolate chip cookies?
Oh, no coffee. I've just had the cookies for... Well, I guess...
I'm not even talking like Cookie Crisp.
Yeah, I was going to say, a lot of us probably have had cookies for breakfast in that form, but... I've actually, you know, bought those, like my nephew mentioned to me the one time, you know, they have those like little cups of, Chips Ahoy, like up by the, checkouts at the grocery stores.
Oh, yeah.
And he's like, yeah, you just buy one of those and he's like, you just pour a little milk in there and just have at it. I was like, that's
why not?
Brilliant. So, yeah.
Brilliant.
Mm-hmm. Anyway.
Why stop at the liquor container? Just get a bag of Chips Ahoy. Half a gallon of milk.
Yeah. Either way, either you put the cookies in the milk or you pour the milk into the cookie bag, whichever.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Or you pour the cookies in your mouth, dump the milk on top of them.
Yes.
Chaw, swallow, rinse, repeat.
Yeah, that's the move right there. Mm-hmm. You're right.
Mm-hmm.
Good call.
Yep.
All right. Well, yeah, do you have anything else?
No, like I said, my notes this week are like really light.
Yeah, mine are too. I just had, you know, people to rant about basically. So
yeah, it hasn't been a super eventful week, and there's a lot of. I mean, it's been eventful, but there's not been a lot of stuff that outside of the stuff I talked about that normally I'm like, oh, I saw an old lady, you know, eat dirt and her dentures flew across the yard, and I laughed heartily. And there's been nothing like that.
That's rather weird. So yeah, all right.
You know, it's kind of a bummer, really.
All right. Well, I guess you want to do the old Dew Mountain.
Oh hell yeah! I gotta get my proper page up here still.
Proper, yeah.
Proper.
I like it when you call me big.
Mountain.
Fucking Dude Mountain, man.
Yep.
Ooh, excuse me.
No.
Oh. Woo! All right, here's your Dude Mountain breakdown for holy shitballs. Week 12. Going into week 13. That is crazy talk.
I know. Just over a month of regular season left.
That is so weird to me.
Yeah. I mean, I
guess tomorrow is December.
Yeah.
Wow.
I know. November really kind of flew for me. I don't know if it did for you, but...
It did, and it's been weird, because yesterday I was wearing shorts.
Yeah, and we're going to have another day like that next week, too, it looks like.
Yeah, it's insane.
Yeah, we're going to have a day that's like mid to upper 60s, and then the next day it's like 45.
Yeah. I actually had a woman yesterday go, shorts, it's not summer. And I wanted to head kick her, because I'm like, you know, it's sunny, it's 60, I'm sweating.
What you should have done,
your face.
You should have choked her to death with your shorts.
Accurate.
Anyway.
So, coming in at number 13, holding these nuts. Firmly holding on to last place at Dude Mountain.
Wow.
Excellent work.
Yep. Someone's got to lift us up, you know?
Someone's got to lift us up.
Mm-hmm.
Bend the knee, Cap. As a 12, Dr. Feelgood in 11. Number 10, according to our kick group, the Broth Monster is trying to climb his way to the top of Dude Mountain. He had a good week last week.
Yeah, he did.
He did have a good week. Well, he's still at 10.
Mm.
Jeannie of Hobie, Lady Cookie Violence, coming in at number 9. Brian, you're coming in at number 8.
Yeah.
Tied for 6.
Finally, I got out of 10th.
Right? Tied for 6 is Fuzzy and Fatty, the dogs of Henno.
So good.
And of course, Clint, my co-host at Geek Dig.
Nice.
Because I'm taking the show over.
Yeah, I like it.
Then we got a 3-way tie for third place.
Mm-hmm.
It's getting sexy there.
Yeah, an Eiffel Tower up at the top there. Nice.
For sure. Which, of course, it would be a 3-way with Neil and I involved. God damn it.
I'm a prophet, Tony.
I know, right?
Yeah.
So it looks like Neil and I are high-fiving over Jeff from Hobie.
Oh, boy. Wow.
Right?
That's...
And then the silver medalist right now is Mr. Jackal. And the gold medalist, and he's 5 points ahead of the second place, is our pal Garrett, Randy of Mount Savage.
Yeah. That son of a bitch. I mean, hey, good job.
I was going to play a Macho Man drop, but apparently if I change pages, it just ends the music.
That's awesome.
That is awesome. So there is your Dude Mountain update.
Mountain, mountain.
Booyah.
Every time I hear the end of that, I don't know, like, I think of, in, Monty Python Holy Grail when God shows up. When every time, and he just kind of, like, makes, like, the thunder and whatever, so it just reminds me.
What are you doing?
Yeah.
I'm averting my eyes, oh Lord. Well, don't.
Yeah. Exactly. Oh, man. So good. Cue the W time.
Indeed. We still don't have QW music.
Nope. I'll tell you this, though.
What's up?
Get comfortable.
Yeah, really. Like, you might, all right, y'all, pause the show, get a refreshment.
Mm-hmm.
Those fresh scones that Thanos is making, grab one of those.
Nice. Or, if you're near Tony, try to wrestle a cookie away from him. Good luck.
Good luck, motherfucker.
And keep in mind, he's going to Earl up and be nude.
Yes, because that's how I cookie wrestle. Totally nude.
And Earled up. Don't forget.
And Earled up.
Yeah, don't forget the Earl. Yeah.
I know, right?
It would be like The Simpsons where Willie goes into the kitchen and, he's like, have you got any butter? And she's like, yes. And he just rips all his clothes off and he's like, then butter me up or something like that. And she's like, okie dokie.
Yes.
That's just you right there.
Exactly. Rolling around in the Earl.
Yep.
So our Q to W last week, supplied by awesome listener Fluffy Bunny Ash, says, what would be the name of your autobiography? So, Jeannie Hobie. She says, so I married a karate kicking for Jesus raccoon and survived to tell my tale.
That's pretty good.
It's pretty good.
Yeah.
It is pretty good.
Word.
And then Clint, Geek Dig Pod, he says, hold my beer and watch this.
Yeah.
Also pretty good.
It. Yeah.
That was, I thought we had more on Facebook. Oh, here we go. I knew
I was
we had
going to
more.
say there's probably 2 posts. Yeah.
Yeah, there was.
Or at least 2 posts. Yeah.
So then we have Big Dev. He says, Cakes and Pies, the rise and fall of Big Dev.
I'd watch that. That sounds like a good documentary.
Which he also tagged onto it. It would also be part cookbook.
Oh, okay. See, I was thinking like a Making the Murder kind of series, except that it's, or a Behind the Music type of deal, whichever.
Yeah, I like that one.
Yeah.
Behind the Music.
Right.
Perfect.
Behind the cupcakes. What?
Yeah, exactly. Behind the cakes. Valerie, she says 1,725,000 ways to fuck shit up.
That's a lot of ways to fuck shit up.
That's a lot of ways to fuck shit up.
Yeah.
Jason Brigger from Hobie, he says non-bearded Adonis.
Dead to me.
Since apparently they coined me to bearded Adonis on our show.
See, what he should have said was dead to Brian. That's what he should have said.
Yes.
I kid.
Our friend Ashley, she says resting bitch face.
I thought it would be something like, I can't see over the table.
Pass me the phone book.
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
Oh, that hurt. Ow.
Jeff from Hobie, he simply titled his book.
Just book?
Just book.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
And then Philip, he included a link to a tweet, so his might get read twice, maybe.
He's just trying to promote his Twitter. Skip him.
Yes.
No.
Skip it. Oh, this is an old tweet of his from a couple years ago.
Okay.
His title would be, "Fuck it, I'll eat that." A memoir of my college years, and now the sequel, "Fuck it, I'll eat that too, but with a risk of heartburn."
No, those are great. What's funny is I could have a companion book called "Fuck It, I'll Drink That" because of the old dollar bets that I used to do.
Yeah, this is very true.
Yeah. So I used to, for those who don't know, I used to pretty much drink any alcohol that was still on the, I mean, not from like someone else or whatever, but, or like a stranger, but if like a friend or somebody would drink something and just be like, "Oh God, I'm not drinking that." I'd be like, "Put $1 on the table, I'll drink it." So,
yep.
Yeah.
Or sometimes not even $1. I just have to go, "Brian, drink that."
Yeah, that's true too. Yeah, I wasn't real smart.
To be young, dumb.
Yeah. Well, and it got resurrected, but the price went up. So,
right.
When I did those tequila shots and laid a 20 on the, on the table.
There you go.
Worth it.
And then from Instagram, I have the Paint It Black podcast. They say, "I apologize in advance for all those I have harmed. Should I ever become famous?" That is a long title.
That is a long title. I like it though.
Yes.
That's just
that's
the whole
what
book.
I got on. That's the whole book.
Yeah, that's the whole book.
Yeah. The title's "I apologize," and then you open it up and it's everything else is the pages of the book.
Ah, okay. Right. Yes.
So that's what I have on my end of the Q to W spectrum, Brian.
Yeah, I got a lot. All right. So where is it? Couch Potato File says, "Who the fuck is this? The life and stupidity of Chris the Mole Man." And he said, or the road less traveled on the short bus.
That's pretty funny.
Yep. The Naked Porch podcast said, "Heavy metal, farts, and chaos, the story of Ray." That's got a good hook to it. I mean,
yeah. Should be a hit single, "Heavy Metal, Chaotic Farts."
Right. I like it. By Prima Nocta.
Yeah.
Inside joke. Danger Entertainment says, "Why?" That would be our pal Michael Leal.
Like, why the last man, or why last?
No, just why. That's it.
Fair enough.
Yes, but why podcast said, "In hindsight, I'm much prettier."
Is he talking about his ass?
I think so. Nice.
Must wax it.
He must
and bleach it.
He must work out.
I can't wait to see them get a champagne bottle.
Nice. What is it? Pete, which is at Pete Tavna, said, "Where's Dud?"
Fair enough. Who's Dud?
I don't know.
Dudley?
Yeah, I was just going to say Dudley from Different Strokes.
Maybe.
That's terrible.
Isn't he getting molested in the bike shop?
I hope not. Poor guy. Okay. I'm sorry. I was just looking. I thought, the notifications keep lighting up, and there's people talking within this thread to each other about the titles. So
yeah, it kind of fucks things up a little bit.
It's messing me up a little bit because I gotta maneuver around them, which is fine. I appreciate the fact that there's conversation going on the Q of the W. That's what we want. It's
That's always what we want. Exactly.
At I Am Everyday People on Twitter said, "Oscar has to poop." And Oscar's her dog, and a lot of times in the one group she's in with me, she says, she'll be back because Oscar has to poop. So I figured I needed to give everybody that backstory because now it makes sense to you.
If I was Oscar the Grouch, and I'm like, man, he never leaves that can. That is awful.
Right. That's got to be terrible. Speaking of underbroth, ugh.
I know, right?
Terrible.
Jesus Christ.
It probably smells like wet fur and.
Oh my God.
Awful. At Oscar, our pal from the beer group, he says, "No fair, that's mine." I'm not sure if he was responding to the previous one or if that's the name of the book because, either way it works.
I agree.
This one I heard earlier, and it's probably the best one in my opinion. At Flaccid Umbrella, my boy Eddie, he says, what I did with the 70 cents Sally Struthers gave me.
That's pretty funny.
And again, backstory, he's from Africa, so.
I'm pretty sure this is the guy that wanted to see Zombie Finger.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah.
So that killed me when he.
If I recall.
Probably. At Obscure Gent, previous guest on The Enthusiast, James Alvarez.
Indeed.
Says 52 ways to sell a t-shirt.
That's pretty funny.
That's great. Yeah, good call, James. At Atticus Finch 79 said, please don't make this about me. Besotted Geek Pod says, thin, drunk, and stupid. Kind of a play on the Animal House line. Nice.
Nice, yeah.
At Witty Sass Basket says, that didn't work out like I planned. Which,
yeah.
Makes sense to me, right? Oh, okay. At NYK, or at NY Confidential, he says, a journey with gray sweatpants.
Right.
Oh my.
Oh my, indeed.
Yeah. At what Joe talking about says tired but hopeful, which makes sense to me too. At SF_incognito says sorry I got distracted.
Also works for me.
This next one cracked me up too. At Skinner Steven says the living years.
That's pretty funny.
Yeah, I like that one a lot. At Wit Barista says sorry. At NVD197 says wait, what? At Pork Chop Hair says how a thesaurus saved my life, which she actually based that on a tweet that she had written that was a pretty good tweet. I unfortunately don't have it in front of me, so tough.
Fair enough.
It's on my timeline if you want to dig for it. At Illiterate2 says they said it couldn't be done, so I didn't try. Like that one.
That.
Yeah. At Drinks McGee says I'll need some character witnesses, Your Honor. At Boba_photo says adventures with an unfathomably large penis. Wow, nice use of unfathomably. I can't believe I said it twice.
Captain Knockwurst.
Yes. Well, right. Calf stings over. At KCX 2007 says charisma fully twisted. Charisma's her name, or username at least, whatever. At JCT Writes Stuff said whatever, a cautionary tale.
Right on.
At Home with Peanut said Parenthood, how coffee keeps me out of jail. This is an actual work in progress for me right now, so hopefully one day a reality. Well, we wish you well on that.
I feel that.
Yeah.
I feel that a lot.
Yeah. At Los said I once broke a bed masturbating.
That is some aggressive masturbation.
It always begs the question too. Now, did you break the bed while you were masturbating, or did you break a bed that was masturbating?
Oh.
It's one of those questions we'll never know an answer to.
It's true. It's true.
At GAPeach4216 said Jersey's so fucking done. Jersey's in her username there too. So, yeah. At Hero of the Night says no pie, no thanks, a pantsless religion. I think we can get behind that. Well,
yeah, I'm down.
One of us can get behind the other. Anyway, moving on. At Forky Romano says, oh look, cat shit in the floor again. I feel that one. Stepped in cat puke not too long ago.
There's not a cat-shaped hole in a wall somewhere.
I didn't say there wasn't. I just wait until my sports team loses. Anyway, no, not at all. At Wheezy76 says, what in the actual fuck just happened, Judy? Her name's Judy, just in case anyone didn't figure that one out. At Lipstick Barbie 1 says, bless your heart, which she probably means, like, just, nicely.
Right.
At Crazy Kaz Sparkle says, no, seriously, I could write a book. At Crunch Enhanced said he's a really nice asshole, which I like that one. That's
Yeah, for sure.
pretty good. At Wine O'Clock 39 says fuck it, send. Which, makes sense, especially if you're on Twitter. A lot of people are very much of that mentality. Some for the better, some not so much. At Chris V _723 says, smell this, it's disgusting. What would be great is if the cover was scratch and sniff.
Yes.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Or it came with like
that middle section where it's all like glossy photos.
Yeah. That would be great.
Scratch and sniff.
I was going to say have like sheets of stickers, but I like your idea better. At GeoWizicist said, just kidding, I'm illiterate. Alright, that looks like all the ones from Twitter. Let me refresh real quick just to make sure.
Right.
Man, there might be other ones that I didn't see. Yikes. Alright, so, whoops. Probably help if I get in the right damn section. I'm gonna do a scroll really quick here and then, cause I think that's all of them. It won't let me go. There we go. Okay, never mind. You know how it's supposed to do the auto scroll or the, what is it called? The infinity scroll or whatever?
Auto refresh or whatever.
Yeah, it wasn't doing that. And I was like, alright. So what were you saying there?
I'll say, I'm just like, thanks for all the responses, everybody.
Oh, right on. Yeah. That was good times, especially since I, just dropped this in like some of the Twitter rooms. I dropped it in like, 2.5 hours ago.
Yeah, I say it straight blew up.
Cause I almost forgot again. I don't remember what triggered me to remember, but something happened and I was like, oh shit, I gotta, throw it in there. All right. I'm not seeing. Oh, here we go. At Besotted. Oh no, I read that one. Never mind. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's it then.
Right.
Oh, here we go. At Jake and Tom, at The Drunken Dork. So it's easier to say I'm sorry than to ask your wife for permission. The Jake and Tom story.
Fair enough.
Yeah. At The Naked Porch said heavy metal. Oh, I read that one too. Sorry. I'm struggling, folks. I'm not braining well here today. It's all right. What the hell is that? Oh. Jeez. Sorry. There's just a bunch of notifications, humble brag.
The old humble brag.
Yeah, no, it was just that it was the truth. I'm trying to. Wow. Yeah. All right. I don't see any more, so I'm gonna call it there. So email. I have Fluffy Bunny Ass sent one in, and she said she has two answers since she was listening with her boyfriend. First off, his answer. She said his name is I'm assuming it's Terran. It's Terran. She said so his would be called Terran, a human being. Said if you know what his name means, you get it. If you don't know what his name means, it tells you what it means. I like that idea.
Right.
And she said for her, like mine, she said, I think I'll have to go with the long-running theme and call my autobiography Why I Hate Ostriches and Other Memoirs from the Dark Lord of the Bunnies.
Fair enough.
I like it. I like the fact that she writes in and does callbacks.
Yes.
I like that because, big fan of a callback. And, let's see here. Yep. Cheeto Bandito.
Alrighty.
Bringing up the rear. I said, what would the title of my autobiography be? A Day Without a Buzz is a Day That Never Was, The Life and Times of Cheeto Bandito. That's pretty fancy sounding right there.
Rolls right off the tongue.
Yeah, he said, or more likely, just enough. He said, I can picture the cover of this book. It's a picture of the dashboard in my Ram Hemi with the gas gauge almost on E. And it's basically about me always stopping and putting $20 in gas in the damn thing. Right on, sir. All right, that is all that I see. So, any that come in after this, if you're listening and I didn't read it, sorry. You know.
Yeah, you missed out, y'all.
Yeah, jump on the next one.
Exactly.
Which
but it's
happens
still fun
to be
play around.
right.
Well, the next one, Brian, is like we said, we like people to submit Q to Ws because sometimes we don't always come up with one.
Right, and we're DOMs, so that's why we like them to submit. Anyway, moving on.
Submit.
I'm kidding.
We say it like that. Oh wait, I'm sorry. Hold on.
It's like getting Tony to go.
I like what you got. Good job.
There you go. What was that, Brian?
I said it's like you telling yourself to sleep. You know.
Yeah.
Sleep.
Exactly. Sleep. I'm out.
Wow,
So,
I actually was
I
afraid.
hopped over to ask.
I was afraid
What?
I was afraid you were just going to go to sleep there.
I was close.
Yeah.
I had to fight it.
All right,
I'm feeling a little rough.
you'll be all right. We're almost home.
I'm harvesting the energy to Cookie right now.
Right.
Yeah. So I had to go to Ask Reddit, which is a nice little stomping ground to get weird questions, and this one tickled our fancy.
Yeah, it did.
So from Reddit user that guy number 1, he asked, "How'd you get that scar?" Which I'm a fan of that.
Now, here's something this is going to be, you know how like on Jeopardy, how they have the like audio daily double or the video daily double? This is kind of like not just a Q of the W, but this is like a picture, one. Cause as long as it's appropriate, if you respond, show us a picture of the scar and then tell us where it came from. Just cause
Right.
I'm curious. I mean, you know, especially if it's, you know, in your nerdy places. No,
Nerdy. Let me show you my vasectomy scar.
yeah, boy. Yeah. Just wait, folks. Tony's answer is going to be his hernia scar.
Yeah. And my vasectomy scar.
Well, this is where I tore my grundle. So
That's what I like to call a ball sandwich with scar bread.
Anyway, so mine is, I've got a variety of scars, and I'm going to talk about 2 real quick. One is, one's the honorable mention, one's the one I was going to say anyway. The honorable mention is, I have on, my arm, like the underside of my right arm, I've got about a 3-ish inch long kind of scar there from the old bed that I had, because there were springs poking through the bed, and I turned over one night and it just ripped, it just tore my arm apart. So I just wanted to bring that up so I can, once again say that I hope that bed is rotting in hell somewhere.
It's actually waiting for you.
It probably is. It's terrible. But
it's in the shadows.
The real answer is, if you've met me, you may have seen it. It's on my left wrist. There's, about 1.5 inches, 2 inch long scar, that when I was a little kid, I was playing around, like, in between cars. And, something like, I think like a ball or something rolled under a car. I went to reach under the car to get it. And when I brought my hand back, it sliced, like the license plate sliced my, my wrist open. Now, it wasn't like, trying to kill yourself, kind of like, or just gushing blood or anything. I mean, it bled really a lot, but, that scar has led to me having multiple guidance counselors through the years ask me if it was a suicide attempt.
Right.
Which is silly because it's going the wrong way. But anyway, no, I'm kidding. It's silly because you can look at it and tell it's not. Like, if that was my attempt to try to, slit my wrist, it was a terrible, yeah.
You did wrong, son.
Yeah, just no good.
Right.
So yeah, that's that one. There's mine.
That's a good one.
What you got?
Mine would be it's about faded by now, but it's still there. Because when I was like 10 or 11, I went and visited my family in Florida, Brian.
Yeah.
And we went, it was the first time I'd ever been to a water slide park.
Those things are death traps.
Those of you not to know, Tony likes water slide parks. They're good times. I had a great time until I was running up the stairs and cracked my head wide open on a cement staircase.
Oh, damn.
Yeah. Right across my forehead. Had to get, I think, what was it, like 28 stitches, I think, across my head. I remember everyone screaming in panic as I was being carried down the stairs by the lifeguard.
Right. Because
I'm sure I had the crimson mask.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, looking like Ric Flair there. Yep.
Yeah. And for a while, it was pretty pronounced. But I mean, it's pretty faded. You really have to look to see it.
Yeah. Well, I guess that's good.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, that's probably my most. Obviously, besides my. My hernia scar is ridiculous too, because my hernia was out of control, but, we're not going to talk about that.
You had a knockwurst for a hernia?
Basically.
Yikes. Fucker just poked its way out.
But I mean, that's probably the most extreme one I had, because everything else, I mean, I got scars over my hands and shit, but they're all so itty bitty.
Yeah.
They're.
Yeah, most of mine are like that.
Cutting my shit open somewhere.
Yeah, it's like I've got one on my knee. I've got one on my elbow from when I got, in gym class when I got shoved and, my elbow hit, like gravel or something like that, and it just tore the hell out of my elbow. Obviously I have, 3 little X's on my right knee from surgery, which you absolutely can't see unless the light hits them just right.
Right.
But I know I have more that I can't. Oh, I've got one inside. Where the fuck did it go? Oh, there it is. The inside, just outside of the, where my elbow is on the left arm. I got a little one there that, oddly enough, it was from reaching under a vehicle again.
Jesus, stop doing that.
I know, right? Something went under the vehicle. I reached, to get it. And this one was a real small one, but I had to go have a tetanus shot for that one, which sucked. If anyone hasn't had them, they're no fun. But yeah, those are the only ones I can think of. I'm sure I have more because I have had a habit of injuring myself over the years. So yeah.
Yeah, I hear you.
Yeah. Just wake up and you're like, where did that scar come from?
Yeah, exactly.
So, yeah.
That's always been my thing is and not really with scars more, but with bruises and shit like that. I'm like, how did I smash the side of my leg in? What happened here?
Well, I woke up a week ago and I had this big bruise on the outside of, right next to my big toe, like the knuckle there, it was right next to that. And it was probably a good quarter, almost $50 size bruise. And I'm like,
right.
I had to have hit something really hard. Like, what the hell did I hit? You'd think I'd remember kicking something, Nah.
You would think, right?
Yeah. What are you going to do?
Yeah, what are you going to do indeed?
Yeah, so. All right. Well, that was a good one. I like that one. This should be interesting to hear responses.
Yes.
Now, for the record, no emotional scar stories. I mean, that's...
Exactly.
Right. So
yeah.
Hmm?
So I guess what we're asking is, how did you get that scar?
Show me what you got.
Literally.
Yeah, for sure.
Actually show us. Yeah. So I guess with that, head over to saltylanguage.com for all our past episodes, the enthusiast episodes. You can see the networks we're part of, like Tangent Bound Network, the Geek Life Radio podcast list, and
Danger! Watch your back! Danger!
entertainment.
Nice.
Yep. Also, while you're on our site, if you'd like to help us out, there's a Patreon link there where if you'd like to go throw some money at us, if you throw enough, maybe we'll record a sexy video together. It's got to be a lot though, a lot, like at least $100? I mean, no.
Yeah, probably. I was thinking like 11, but all right.
11. Oh wow, that totally sidetracked me. Woo, got too hot. Woo, I got the vapors.
Right.
yeah, if you want to, we have like reward tiers over there for stuff you can get for pledging some money to us or helping us out a little bit, or you can just basically donate or sign up, and then once the money's taken the first time, you can back out of it or whatever. Or because again, it's the right time of year. If you're going to be shopping on Amazon, please swing by our website first. Scroll to the bottom, click on the Amazon banner, and then it'll take you right to Amazon.com. Doesn't cost you anything extra, and they toss us a little scratch. And yeah.
It's quite nice.
Mm-hmm. Oh, it's quite nice. Yeah.
Quite nice.
Also, if you're using iTunes, please rate, review, and subscribe. That helps us move up in the searches and that kind of thing. If you're using Stitcher or another podcast app, please use the like and share options, because those help us as well. Don't know where I'm going next, Tony. Forgot. I guess I'll go to the social media links. I think that's the next part. If you want to contact us, you can do that on Twitter at salty_language. You can find me at Stunami.
I am at Monotony.
And on Snapchat, I'm Ninjitsu.
Salty_language on Snapchat. And I've been crushing the Instagram. Or Salty Language on Instagram. Check us out. I've been trying to put up as much fun shit as I can think of.
Truth. And for any other social media that you want, the links are on the website. Also, the snap codes are on there too if you want to use those.
Indeed.
And also, maybe while you're doing some of the downloading of podcasts, maybe check out the other podcast I'm on, called The Crazy Life, where we talk about mental health and recovery and kind of self-improvement kind of stuff. So, maybe give us a listen.
I agree. Seems like a great idea.
Or something, yeah.
And don't forget, check out the episode 166 of Geek Dig. And I'll be on there, flipping my flapper.
Yeah, you will. You
Indeed.
Will. All right, well, I think that's a show, Tony. Right?
I think it is a show, Brian.
All right, well, I guess until next time, have a beer, you'll be fine.
I would say stay salty.
And get your hog out.
Unless it's scar related, and keep it in.
Yeah, probably not then. Yeah. No space dicks.
Yeah, oh God. I forgot about space dicks.
Fuck.
God damn it.
Yeah. All right, enjoy your night.